Hey, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is McKenna and this is my sister,
Jolie.
And today I thought it'd be fun to talk about Fate, the Winx Saga, since we are both Winx Club fans like when we were growing up, and I thought that since we both watched it and that it just came out and we finished it in like one day, that we would give our feedback and our review and like how we liked it and stuff we think is different. So, without further ado.
Okay, so first question I have, what power would you want out of the options that there are? Now, spoil center here.
No spoiling.
Well, I was going, because we have to, mind stuff. Is that a spoiler?
No, it's just informational.
Okay, well.
They're within the four main characters that we see. There's Terra, who is Earth power. Musa, who's like mind power.
Yeah, like mind fairy.
Mind fairy. We have Aisha, who's water, like molecules and stuff. And then we have Bloom, who's fire fairy, and Stella, so there's five. Stella, who's a light fairy. And so out of those powers, actually, I think I would choose water. A water fairy. I think that's really cool.
I don't know how I feel because it's like...
Water or earth? Water or earth?
There are different kinds in it. Because, like, you know, Sam, like, there's
Right.
different stuff than Terra did, and they're both earth fairies.
That's very true.
And so it makes me wonder, like, are there different kinds of, like, fire fairies?
Yeah, that's very true. That's a really good point. I have no idea, but I think that, yeah, I would go with a water fairy.
And then, like, mind fairies, I feel like that has a lot of potential to have, like, other things.
Oh my god.
I think I would want to be a mind fairy.
Really? You want to know what I'm thinking all the time?
Well, it's feeling. Well, Musa's was feeling.
Feeling, yeah.
But I feel like that would be a lot. But, like, that it is really cool how she can, like, work with it. You know, like,
that's true.
Towards the end, I feel like she had, like, more possibilities.
Like, yeah, like more with her power.
Yeah, there's like a lot of potential there.
That's very true.
Okay, how do you feel about Beatrix?
Oh my god. Okay, for me, as the original like Winx cartoon, I think she's very similar to Stormy. Not just cause their powers are similar, like Stormy's electricity, Beatrix was electricity. It's also like the look of the cartoon looks very similar in my opinion to her, and the style, like the whole getup, they're very similar. I think that she is definitely like, I don't know, I think there's so much more to her that we don't know yet, if you get what I'm saying.
I think she has potential. Like, I know that she was kind of iffy in this season and kind
She's
of
trash. I'm just
like rude and like, but I feel like we're gonna get more of a backstory now that we know like what, like how she was raised, like who she was raised by,
right,
and stuff like that. Like, it's fair for her perspective to be that way based on the people she was around, she spent her life with. So I feel like, I hope in the next season we get to like see her more independent and how she is as a person.
Yeah, I also think, like, in my opinion, I just thought of this. Don't you think like Bloom and Beatrix are kind of like sisters, but like not, you know, like...
I feel like that would more be with like Sky and Beatrice, like same dad kind of.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Don't spoil that. No spoilers, no spoilers. Oh, okay.
Well, just bleep out that word.
Okay.
So, absence of certain characters. Now, some of them I could handle. Like, okay.
I'm not okay with this.
But it felt like it shifted certain things. Like, specifically, like, there was no Tecna. And so I feel like her main...
Or Timmy.
Yes. But with Tecna, it's like her main thing was being smart, like technology-based stuff like that. And without her there, it's like someone had to be that. And I feel like that was put on Aisha.
Yes.
And it like made her different from what I was used to.
Exactly.
Like, I liked how Tecna was like really smart and stuff. And then like, I feel like Aisha was more like, she was like water. She represented like flowing and stuff.
Chill.
Like that. Yeah. And
that's what I was gonna say. Like, as her character in the animation, Layla was more like chill, go with the flow. I'm athletic, but I know how to like keep it cool, you know? Now, as a different character, like it feels like she has a different personality, and which is fine, it's great. When she watched the series before me, like I literally watched it the day after, and she really said like you have to think of this series as if it's not connected to the Winx Club that we know already. I think that was really smart for you to say, just because like it gave a whole different perspective on each character, I think.
Yeah, I feel like it was like a really good show. And
By
I feel
itself.
like, yeah, sometimes like when it's compared to it, it gets confusing, like with the missing characters and like the plot things that don't align, but like it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And what were you gonna say? I know you wanted to say something about one of your favorite characters.
In the animation, I
had a little
really
crush.
liked Brandon, and I really liked him with Stella, and I felt like Stella with Sky was like weirding me out. It made me uncomfortable. It was just, I wasn't, and I felt like Stella was just an overall better person with Brandon because it's like he wasn't any kind of royalty. He was different from what she was like used to and thinking, and it was just good for her, like that thing. And I feel like she would have had like a better vibe, especially in the first couple episodes. Like she has this weird toxic thing with Sky, and I feel like if Brandon were there, she would have like a healthy thing going on versus him just not being there.
Maybe not fully healthy, but like, because you know, her mom has done some damage on this girl. Her mom.
Okay, but they'd have a healthy relationship. Okay, I see what
like,
you mean. She's
Brandon would be healthy and good for her, but she would need like.
It's just something she'd have to work on.
That's what I'm saying. She'd get there, and he would make her better, in my opinion, and yours.
But making her like fight against Bloom and like the tension and that kind of stuff, I guess like it made sense plot wise because eventually she was like, okay, you guys make sense.
Yeah, but it's not true to the Winx Club story, in my opinion, and to the plot. Which again, you have to think of it like a whole new world. But still.
Like I understood like why it was like that. Like it makes sense. And then
have a little cat fight in there.
I did back to the magic mind stuff. I wanted to talk about its potential. Like, okay, theoretically in earth magic or earth fairies, we know that Sam can go through walls and stuff like that, and that Tara can like make the plants bloom, blossom, get big,
and can manipulate plants too.
So, and we know that mind fairies like feel other people's emotions like constant, like consistently. Like they can feel.
There's no on and off switch. Is there?
I'm not really sure because she could focus. Like
she could focus on an emotion.
Like she could focus on a person.
Yeah.
So can she? It's like I don't really.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like a in the back of your mind type thing, like a buzz, like a buzz of emotions in the back of your head, and then
makes sense. But
like a constant buzz. But when she like focuses on and uses her magic, then it's like more clear. It's very confusing.
And I wonder, does that only work on humans? Like, could she? Could she feel like the burned one? Or could she feel like if there was a rabbit or something passing by?
That's a good question. I didn't even think of that.
Because I mean, can she feel anything that has feelings or?
I don't know. Because that
I feel like there's a lot of potential.
That would have been a lot smarter to use her interrogation wise for the burned ones. Don't you think? If she could.
The thing is that she can understand their feelings. I don't know how that would. I mean, I see your point, but
I don't know.
I feel like there's a broad
something.
Like
you'd
at
least learn something.
Spectrum of potential, because like mind fairies weren't in the original thing, so I feel like they could do a lot of different things with it.
What's the next topic? We have a list.
Sam.
Sam, hey, how you
It
doing?
was interesting. Sam,
He's
is a love
cute.
interest.
He's cute.
Yeah, how did you feel? Because, like, in the original series, Musa is, like, a love interest with Riven.
Oh my gosh.
And
this guy. I don't
Riven
like
is-
this guy. I don't like this guy.
He's interesting. I am interested to see, like, what he was like the year before, because they reference it every once in a while, and, like, they talk about him being a nerd and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I wonder, like, what happened to him, because we see him in the first episode, and he's the biggest douche I've ever met. Like, it's a record. It's every stereotype about, like, a terrible dude.
Wouldn't it be great though? As you were saying this, I just thought, wouldn't it be great in like season 2, if that's the thing, for them to have like flashbacks of that year before to see him as that nerdy type. I don't know if that would pertain to any part of the plot, but I'm just saying.
I feel like flashbacks have to have a purpose.
That's true. But I was just thinking, like,
but it does have potential.
Like you're saying, it would be nice to see and to know what happened for him to transform to that nerdy, like, good guy, I guess, baby. I don't know if he was, to who he is now.
Yeah, but then his, like, dynamic was interesting with Beatrix, too, because, I mean, like, they were both bad, so they were still, like...
But he didn't...
But he he stayed for her.
True.
He did stay.
True.
And, I mean, it's still, like,
he was reluctant.
Vibes kind of things. Yeah. But, I mean, I feel like he has potential.
I guess. I don't know. He's like different yet similar from the character that I know in the animation. I can't even.
Okay, if one of them were to make a comeback between Riven and Dane, who do you think it would be? Like it's the end of season 2 and everything's about to go to crap and they have a plan and they try to go through with it and then one of the two ends up helping them, and then the plan works. Which one is it?
Like, one of them comes back to being a good guy?
Yes, Dane or Riven. Because, I mean, at the beginning, Riven was bad, and then, like, Dane was good when he was with Tara, and then he messed up, and then she didn't forgive him.
Yeah, but, okay, here's the thing. I think that I would choose Riven to go back and become a good guy, but let me tell you why. Because Dane... Right, that's his name?
Mm-hmm.
We're assuming that he was good. He had a nice conversation with Tara, right? Like, they were friends. And then he goes out, and he does this, and he messes up. And then he completely transforms. Maybe, like...
I think he tried to apologize, like, one time.
Right, he didn't give any type of effort to
And then he was mad at her for not forgiving him.
Exactly. Which is why I'm saying, like, maybe this is him showing his true colors. Whereas, as we have already stated, Riven was good at one point and something changed him. I feel as though... And he's still not totally, like, 100% bad. Like, he was there to help when the burned ones were infiltrating. Like, he was there still at duty.
I mean, he's a specialist. If he isn't...
Like, he was still participating on the good side. Mm-hmm. And even when he found Dane and Beatrix, he was still like, nah, we gotta get out of here, bro. Like, we gotta go. Dane was the one who was, like, obsessed with Beatrix. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, like, if one of them were to turn back to good, it would be Riven.
And also, Riven has Sky.
Exactly.
Like, Dane doesn't really have anyone that is on the good side that he would go to, besides Tara, but I feel like they burnt that bridge.
Yeah, true. So, I don't know. It's tough, bro.
Like, Riven, I feel like Riven still has, like, a kind of connection with Sky to where, like, they could communicate. And
brothers for life.
I also didn't understand, like, how, like, at the beginning they were close. They're, like, best friends from the beginning, but I don't understand how they got there. Another thing that I was
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that year when he was all nerdy, right?
Mm-hmm.
what's his name? Sky took Riven under his wing and like
Oh,
taught him how
yeah,
to fight and stuff and like trained him and stuff. So I think that's where the connection.
Okay. I remember them talking about that now.
Yeah. What's the next topic? This is fun.
I think we're almost out.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
that was all. Dane was my last one.
All right.
I
then.
mean, we did have one on Aisha, but we talked about her mostly.
Yeah.
I feel like she was just different because she like kind of took on the smart with a plan kind of vibe, but also kind of started Stella.
And she was a snitch.
Yeah, but to be fair, she was right. Like I get that she shouldn't have snitched, and I get that that was wrong. Like I get that she should have stood by them in that sense, but the thing is, imagine if she didn't, and then Rosalind got free, and
the headmistress didn't
wasn't
even know.
there. Yes, and she wasn't there.
God, facts, bro, facts. Oh, mind.
And then they all would have been out behind the barrier, and while the burned ones were inside, they would have.
Right. Oh, that would have messed everything up. You're so right. Well, there we go. Now we know.
And I mean, it's not like she didn't feel bad about it. She clearly stated she did, and then she was like,
Nope.
I feel like thinking about it, like Stella also made plans. Like she was like a smart one too.
Oh
But-
yeah, she was definitely a
Yeah.
powerhouse. Without a doubt. I feel like
she kind of has to be.
oh yeah,
A
that's
future
true.
leader.
Oof, that mom. Anyways, that's gonna be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed and got some type of inspiration to watch the show.
Watch Winx.
Yeah, watch it. It was awesome, regardless of our
Okay.
opinions. It
Sky was amazing. I liked how he I liked his vibe.
Okay.
I feel like he did Sky really well.
That's
I
true.
felt like
True. He was the one character I felt was the most in terms of most similar to the original.
But like Sky is a prince. Is he a prince in this?
Yeah. Of Heraklion.
I know, but it's like they don't refer to it as the other world in the series, did they?
I know.
I don't know if Heraklion exists in this.
Yes, it does.
does?
They've said Heraklion in the series.
I've been missing stuff.
Like, his father is the king of Heraklion.
Okay, then how did he just like dip and
Girl, we gonna talk about it. Alright,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.
hashtag
Bye.
bring Brandon back?
Oh, yes, bring him back, please. We need another attractive man in this series.
We liked his personality.
That too. Anyways, bye guys.